Hi guys, so today I wanted to do something nice and quick and easy, and a lot of you have been asking for back to school makeup and some of you have been asking for subtle makeup for the office and work and things, so hopefully this might help some of you out. To begin with, you always want to moisturise no matter what your skin type, and just let that baby sink in. Apply it and then drink your morning coffee or something, and then you want to move on to the base. So I'm going to be using L'Oreal Lumi Magique primer because it has this stunning glow to it and it just makes you look so much more healthy. So this is perfect for early mornings and just brightening everything up and of course keeping your makeup in place. Next, I'm going to be using Bourjois CC cream, and we all know how much I love this. It looks pretty yellow when I first put it on, but that's just because my face is a completely different colour to the rest of my body and it's pretty red, so it looks kind of cool toned when it's really not. The rest of my body is warm toned, so just bear with it. So normally if I have a limited amount of time to get ready, I wouldn't even bother with the base, I'd just jump straight into concealer, but since I'm on camera and I'm taking photos and things, it just avoids me looking really washed out. So if you're like me and you would just rather use concealer, then just go ahead and do that. I'm cancelling out my dark circles with a peachy pink concealer, and then I'm moving on to what I consider to be my actual concealer. The other one I just kind of see as this magical colour correcting cream or something. So this concealer is the Bourjois CC cream concealer and it is really nice. I've been using this while I'm out of my MAC Pro Longwear, and it's obviously not as good because the MAC stuff is like a godsend and doesn't crease and all that stuff. But this one is definitely the best drugstore one I've used. This one and Collection's Long Lasting Concealer, I think it's called, are the best drugstore ones that I've ever used. So my concealer is lighter than my CC cream, so it can also act as a highlight. So I'm going to go underneath my eyes and also on the high points of the face. If you use a lighter concealer underneath your eyes, I do think it's a good idea to then use it on the high points too, because if not, it can look a little bit weird, especially on the nose and the chin, I think. If the high point of your nose and your chin is darker than underneath your eyes, then it just looks really strange. Next, I'm using my NYC Translucent Powder to set that concealer, and I'm mainly just going underneath the eyes to avoid it creasing, and around the nose and between the brows because that's where I tend to get oily and my makeup starts to break up and not look very nice. The rest I'm leaving nice and dewy because I think dewy skin looks effortlessly young and fresh, and if you're doing a nice simple look, then that's the kind of thing you want to go for. For the brows, I would just fill in any sparse areas instead of trying to reshape them or anything. In quite subtle looks, it looks best if brows look somewhat natural. My brows can take anything up to 15 minutes to do when I do my full-on face makeup, whereas when I do them this way, it is literally less than a minute and bam, they're done. A really good product to have to add a bit of colour and I guess body to the brows as well because it has little fibres in it, is the Benefit Gimmie Brow. I love this product. If you try it, it will very quickly become a staple product in your life, I guarantee it. It is a bit pricey for the size of it, I think. I haven't had it that long and I already need a new one and I don't even wear makeup every day, so maybe don't try this if you don't want to get hooked. For the eyes, we're keeping it real simple. You just want to prime them to keep everything in place, and not only that, it's just going to help prevent your lids looking really oily throughout the day. And then you just want to throw on a colour similar to your skin tone. So for me, that's basically a bone white shade. Then you want to take your usual contour or bronzing powder on a blending brush and then just take that through the socket. And this is just going to add a bit of dimension back into the face because when you just use a base colour, it can kind of just make your face look really flat. And since we've highlighted anyway, you kind of want to enhance that with the contour. If you're in a rush, I wouldn't bother with things like contouring your nose or underneath the lip and that kind of thing because it's just not that important when you're not taking pictures and things. But again, I'm always doing my makeup for camera, so I always like to take these little extra steps. So I'm just using the same bronzer as before and just adding some warmth into my face. Going back to the eyes, I'm using a brown liner to tightline, and you basically just want to smush the pencil up into the lash line. And this is going to make the base of the lashes look darker and therefore makes the lashes look fuller. The mascara I'm using is by Eyeko, and I'm having a bit of a love affair with Eyeko at the moment, I think, because the products I've tried so far are really amazing, and a lot of you were actually quite surprised that I hadn't tried them, so all I can say to that is, I know, right? Going back to that bronzer, I'm adding a little bit underneath the eye, and then again I'm smashing that brown liner into the corner of the lashes, and just ever so slightly. Don't smash it on there, just be nice and gentle with it so it's nice and subtle. And of course, if you don't do makeup underneath the eye usually, then you can just skip this step. It's just my eyes kind of look like tiny shrew eyes without it, so I always pay attention to underneath the eye. Moving on to highlighter, which I think everyone should use, I'm using my Mary-Lou, of course. I'm just taking this in the inner corner and underneath the brow, and I thought I did the high points of the face here as well, but I guess not. I must do that later. Then something I really do recommend is using a white or a beige liner on the waterline, because this is going to get rid of any redness on the waterline and instantly make you look so much more awake. So it's pretty good if you spent the night scrolling through Tumblr instead of sleeping. I know that's how I spent my life during school anyway. Who am I kidding? I still do that now. Now for blush, again, I think it's super important for this look because it's going to help you look fresh-faced and healthy looking and all that good stuff. The one I'm using is a stick blush from NYX in the shade Tea Rose, and I love this thing. This is my perfect shade of blush, completely. I only ever use two blushes, this one when I don't have a matte base and I'm working with cream products, or my Sigma Creme de Couture blush in Cherry Apple, and they're very similar kind of shades. You can also use things like the Revlon matte balms. I have used these for blush before, I think in a video actually, if you don't have a cream blush. Or you can even use pink or red lipsticks, but definitely in moderation, like don't go crazy with it. And here's a highlighting on the high points of the face. For the lips, if you want something pretty low maintenance and easy to just throw on as you're running out of the door or in the car, then you could use a tinted lip balm. So something like Maybelline Baby Lips in Cherry Me, or even something a little bit more sheer like Burt's Bees Red Dahlia. I wanted to wear a full-on lip and gloss today though, so I'm going to be lining my lips, and this isn't much of a time saver, but I don't have a lip line. My lips kind of just merge into the rest of my face like a baby monkey or something, so lip liner is kind of my best friend most of the time, especially in looks like this where I'm not using like a really pigmented lipstick to kind of shape my lips. Then I'm using a Whitening Lightning lip gloss, that was really difficult to say, and this is one of the ones that Jacqueline created, and it is called Buttercream. Just in case you don't follow me on my social media and things and you haven't seen me post about this, if you use the code EMMA on the website at the checkout, you can get 20% off your order and free shipping, which is really awesome because free shipping isn't usually offered and it can be pretty pricey, so you're welcome. And I do have a review and swatches of most of the shades on my blog, so I'll leave all that info below for you. Here I'm setting everything in place with NYX Dewy Finish setting spray. This is kind of just my go-to setting spray at the moment. I love this thing. It's a lovely way to just add shine but keep everything in place at the same time. But then that's it. I really hope you like it and you can get some use out of it, and thank you for watching.